Toys are good, trips are good, but books are better. Hello guys! In honor of Children's Day celebration, which was celebrated on the 27th of May, here are 3 book recommendations for children of different age groups. Let's delve into it. First, I have here A is for Africa by Kunda Kids, and it's written by Louisa Olafuyi and Oladele Olafuyi, illustrated by Niels Britwom. Now, this particular book, don't mind how gorgeous it looks right now. My son has done a number on this one. And you know what's interesting? Until I got this book, he wasn't really a fan of other books of his. There's just this particular nursery rhyme book he likes. And then this came along and it's been his go-to book. He goes to bed with it, he eats with it, he shoves it into his bicycle basket. It's his go-to thing. And that's why it looks as gorgeous as it does. So trust me when I say your child is definitely gonna love this one, because my child is not crazy about books as such, but this was a winner. It was a hit with him. Now, this particular book I would recommend for children between the ages of 1 and 5 years of age, 6-ish too. And what makes it pretty interesting is, look at that. Now, you've got touch. It's slick to touch. It's colorful to look at. And then what's best is your children get to learn their alphabets and practice their phonemes. And while learning and practicing their phonemes, they get to learn African words, ideologies, and concepts. So it's a win-win. And as a parent, you get to learn a lot too. I know I did. Now, there are also many important things you can point out to them as parents. Look at the H is for hair. You've got cornrows, pong, bald head, locks, and the full measure there. And, ooh, I love this. Q for queen. So you've got Queen Ya Asantewa of Ghana, Queen Kitami Kia Nyawera of Uganda, Queen Amina Mohammed of Nigeria, Queen Moremi Ajasoro of Nigeria. So, go girl power. And oh, this part, I fell in love with this part. R for Rwanda. I'm a great fan of Rwanda. Everything they've been through and what they are today is just, yeah. And then Yumbo. Did you know Yumbos are African fairies native to Senegal? I didn't know that. All the while growing up, I was reading Annie Bleaton books, and those were the only times I knew about fairies. And to know that in Senegal, they do believe in fairies blew my mind. And when you get to S for safari. Now, let me tell you something. All my life, I thought safari meant excursion of some kind. Safari means journey. So you see, as a parent, you get to learn a lot. And trust me, there is no child who would not love this. T for tortoise. What is more African than tortoise, right? Every story we had growing up was always about the tortoise, how the tortoise got its cracked back, the tortoise and the hare, and so many other tortoise tales. So yes, pick this up if you're thinking of getting a book for your little one. This is a win through and through. Let's go to the next one. And that will be Ladybird Tales of Superheroes. Now, there's Ladybird Tales of Superheroes for girls, Ladybird Tales of Superhero for boys, and this is Ladybird Tales of Superheroes. And I picked this because whether male or female, you can have any child go through this, and all the heroes are both male and female. And one thing I particularly like about this book is it touches on characters from almost all over the world. So you've got Asia, India, Africa, Europe, all represented here. So your child gets to learn a lot. And the thing about fairy tales are stories that are handed down from generation to generation. And of course, stories like that will always come with a lot of moral lessons. So your child gets to learn some abstract concepts while learning moral lessons such as bravery, wisdom, loyalty, and so many other things. And they get to learn how to use their minds in certain situations too. So it's a beautiful book, and this I will recommend for children between the ages of 6 and 10, and even as far as 11 too. You can read to them during bedtime, or you can let them read and enjoy themselves, and as a form of bonding, or reinforcing a bond between the parents and the children, you can ask questions. So that's that. And last on the list for today is What Happened to Janet Uzo. This book I will recommend for teenagers, but even preteens can lay their hands on it. I'm talking 12-ish, 12 years of age, and then teens up to 19 years of age. This book is amazing. It's written by Miracle Emeka Nkwo, and she did a great job with this book. I don't want to go into so much details about it because the review, you can always check that out. It's coming up soon. Now, this is a mystery novel. Let me just read this. Every year at Afubiri Secondary School, a student dies under suspicious circumstances. Ebere thinks there is a killer on the loose. Even if you have a child who doesn't like to read, they get this book and the first thing they read is what happened to Janet Uzo. I mean, that piques your curiosity, right? Who is Janet Uzo and what happened to her? And that makes them curious. And then they open it up. And the write-ups are not so tiny. The printing is just perfect. And as an adult, you can read this at a go. It's a wonderful story of children turned sleuths trying to solve a mystery before time wraps up, and hopefully someone else doesn't die. So your child will get involved with it and they will get to enjoy it because everything you think about as a teenager is here. Puppy love, parents-children relationship, and how children relate with principals and authorities. It's all in here, so there's no child who is not going to enjoy it. So you're thinking of picking up a book for any of your children? You got that covered. I might make this a series, something we can do more often. I'll get you more recommendations as time goes on. Don't forget to subscribe, press the like button, and share. There just might be a parent out there who wants to know, what books can I get for this child of mine? Until I come your way again soon, do stay blessed, do stay reading, and do stay winning. Ciao!